If you're interested in becoming a freelance copywriter or you just want to brush up on your skills and feel like more of an expert, I'm going to give you my top book recommendations that'll help you understand copywriting, content writing, and content strategy so that you can level up your skills. I'm Christine. I am a former 9-to-5 salesperson turned copywriter. I now help aspiring writers build their freelance business specifically by cold pitching and getting high paying clients using LinkedIn. So if you're interested in that information, definitely hit subscribe. I have a bit of a controversial view on copywriting books. I actually think books on sales and marketing are way more valuable than copywriting books. I'll tell you why. Copywriting books are typically written not to teach copywriters, but to teach business owners how to do their own copywriting. You will understand this if you read some of the most popular copywriting books on Amazon. They tell people how they should be talking about their product, writing skills. You're obviously going to learn about copywriting, but understand that these books are not really geared toward copywriters that need to do this for clients. When you want to copyright for clients, then you need to understand marketing and sales principles. The biggest disconnect I see, and I think it's why freelance writers are stuck in not understanding why they can't get started, why they can't build their freelance business. It's always the same question. What book should I read? What courses should I take? Instead of getting on LinkedIn, taking my advice and starting to cold pitch. Either way, these books are definitely going to add a lot of value. They're going to give you foundational knowledge about copywriting. Of course, I mixed in marketing books in there because I do believe they're valuable. I started reading copywriting books after I'd already taken work from clients. That really helped me have a frame of reference. I think copywriting books that are written for business owners to learn copywriting are going to be overwhelming, confusing, and not super helpful or relevant. The best thing you could really be doing at this stage is cold pitching. But here we go. Let me not blather on about that and get into these books. I recommend the Boron Letters, not because you're really going to know how to start a copywriting business after reading this book, but I do think it's foundational. This was one of the first books I ever read before I even understood what marketing and copywriting was. This was years ago. I'm talking maybe 10 years ago. I was looking for ways to make money writing online. I didn't even know copywriting existed. I came across this book and it gave me a bit of a foundation. It's one of those texts that is always talked about in the copywriting community as a must read. I think it's a great place to give you an overview on selling and persuasion techniques. Give it a try because I know that it's available for free download online. It's written by a famous copywriter called Gary Halbert. Now, the first thing you might think when you read a book like this is, why is the language so outdated? How could this possibly be relevant? But they do talk about principles that are fundamental, that are long lasting. And I believe that those are the most valuable books you can read. No matter what changes with algorithms, with the internet, these principles about why we behave the way we do are always going to be applicable and relevant. It won't be a waste of your time. Now, I'm super excited to recommend this book to you, The One-Page Marketing Plan by Alan Dibb. Although it's one of those books that is written towards a business owner, which I warned you about in the beginning of this video, you will understand what your client is trying to achieve. You will understand their overall marketing strategy. And the more you can understand about what your client's goal is and what they're trying to do with their business, the better copywriter, the better freelance writer you will be for them. One of my biggest takeaways from the book was that small to medium-sized businesses who are not the Nikes and the Hershey's chocolates of the world should not be using strategies that they're using. If you are a new software company, you just came on the market, you shouldn't be trying to emulate these large advertising campaigns where companies like Nike have millions of dollars to invest in brand awareness and catchy slogans. For the majority of clients that we're going to be dealing with, we want to be straight to the point, speak in simple language, and try the marketing tactics that are going to get you the most bang for your buck. He teaches how to create a marketing plan that is simple enough to fit on one page. And when you see it broken down that simply, you're going to understand as a copywriter exactly where you fit into the overall strategy. Comment down below and tell me what your favorite copywriting books are, or even the copywriting books you've read that you didn't get value out of. Super curious. I am a voracious reader and I have read so many books on copywriting, but I'm always open to new suggestions. The next book I'm going to talk about is How to Write Copy That Sells by Ray Edwards. Ray Edwards is a copywriter that is still relevant today who I really respect. I like him because he's unapologetically Christian. He's been in this field for so long. He mentors other copywriters, and his podcast is not just about copywriting, it's about business. And it's not only educational, but inspirational. Definitely check out his podcast. What I like about this book is that it's relevant for the internet age. One of the coolest things I learned from his book was crafting a powerful signature file for all of your emails. What's interesting is, a copywriter, I just have my website, my phone number, and a little picture when you email me. But he's saying that that's actually prime real estate where you should be selling their offer. The next one is the Ad Week Copywriting Handbook. I found this really helpful. And I just want to read from you a passage that I absolutely love. The section is called Running Your Own Company. Another factor that makes a great copywriter is the experience of running your own company and being responsible for every word you write. The really great direct marketing copywriters often don't work for advertising agencies, but rather run their own companies and experience their own successes and failures. Ben Suarez, Gary Halbert, and Gene Schwartz, dozens of other recognized copywriters who are on top, have owned their own companies and learned over years of trial and error, years of both big mistakes and great successes. You can't beat that type of experience. That's really powerful for me because I do believe that one of the things that leveled up my copywriting business was starting my course, 30 Days to Paid. If you're on my email list, you get my emails. I actually am writing copy for my own business versus just my clients. And it gives me that real world insight where I am split testing and seeing what subject lines get the highest open and click through rates. So there's really nothing that beats real world experience and marketing your own product to become a better copywriter. I also really like this section called What Comes After the First Draft is What Counts. My ad appears so poorly written in my first draft because it is simply an emotional outpouring of my thoughts on the product and how I feel it should be sold. It is a free release of my emotion. And as you write copy, keep this in mind. It makes absolutely no difference what your first draft looks like. That has been one of the biggest aha moments and also biggest challenges for me in my freelance business is writing takes forever when you are constantly self-editing your work. You really need to learn to get everything on the page without judgment and simply go back during the next round and edit your work. It will make writing much smoother and you'll feel so much less resistance or writer's block, which I don't really believe exists, but we can go into that another time. So those are my favorite copywriting books, although I'm not the biggest fan of copywriting books because I do think too many students are stuck in learning mode and use books as procrastination devices. If you want to up-level your skills and have supplementary reading so you can become an expert in this field, definitely check out those books. I believe they offer the most value. One of the best ways to learn copywriting is to start working for clients. So if you want to do that, check out this video right here that's going to walk you through that process step by step so you can stop procrastinating, stop staying stuck in learning mode, and land high-paying freelance clients so you could write for a living full time. I hope this helped.